The final tone I'm going to use, working from dark to medium to light, is again an Ashby Naples yellow. And we're going to use this wherever we see the ivory creamy colours, of which there are quite a lot. So again, we'll start in the main just to get you going, and wherever you see any really light creamy browns, just apply a layer of Naples yellow. Try again to keep the fur texture, keep it nice and soft. And what happens when we apply white over this at the end, it will actually become this lovely creamy ivory colour. So don't be afraid that it looks yellow at the moment. Your base colours or your underpainting should always be the boldest colours. You can subdue them later on. Again on the paws, nice light ivory coloured paws. Again on the back leg. Notice that I'm stroking in the direction of the fur always, along the back where the sun's highlighting the fur, and on the tail where it drops down to the tip there. And then we have a little bit around the nose where it's not quite white, it's sort of creamy white, a little bit on the nose itself there, and highlights above the eyes, which we can again lighten up later. This will enhance the muscle form of the lion. So any light colours will come forward, dark colours will go back, will recede. So this will give you quite an effective three-dimensional look, just using 3 different colours. So that will be our underpainting completed. Now that we've completed our underpainting, it's time to start adding some of the more interesting details. And usually at this stage we start with the eyes. The eyes are probably the most interesting feature of any portrait. Lions do have kind of amber coloured eyes. So what we're going to do to start with is take a hard sanguine Conte pastel and just begin by filling in the iris, the coloured part of the eye, using the corner of the pastel because these eyes are quite small on this actual painting. So be careful not to go over the lines too much, and just give it a quick brush with the finger just to take it down a little bit. The next thing to consider when painting eyes should be the reflections and the highlights. So you need to kind of work out where the light source is coming from. It's a little bit hard to tell on this photo because it was quite a misty morning, but we can generally assume that maybe the light is coming from the top somewhere. In this case, we'll assume it's coming from the top right. So what happens with the coloured part of the eye, the iris, is it picks up a highlight in the opposite corner, in this case the bottom left. So again, carefully using the corner of a yellow pastel, just pop a little bit of a highlight in that bottom left hand corner, and again just push it in with your finger so it blurs together, so we get a nice blurred distinction from the amber to the yellow. After that, of course, we need to put a reflection, and because again the eyes are so small, we only need a very small reflection of the light source. So top right hand corner, opposite corner to this highlight, we'll put a little reflection just like that. That's all you need. Don't make it too strong, otherwise it'll look quite cartoony. And the final thing, just to sharpen up the eyes again, because we've been playing around and putting some colour in, we need to get that sharpness back. We need to get a little bit of a pupil, not too much, because again it's quite a small eye that we're dealing with. And just sharpen up around the eyelids, around the rims, and coming down the tear ducts into the nose. Again, just keep looking back at your reference photo, make sure everything's in the right place. We've got a little bit of a horizontal line there which gives him that little frown, so let's get that in, and the same on that side. So make sure your eyes are looking nice and stern rather than fierce. So that's the eyes for the moment. Now all cats have pink noses, and we're going to use a dark dusky pink for the underpainting on the nose. This is essentially just to give a base coat on the coloured part of the nose. If you have a cat at home, lion or moggy, just check the colour of the nose, you'll find it's nice sort of dusky pink. And then of course we need to reshape around the nostrils as well, because we've added colour on the top, so the black is starting to disappear. So just resharpen your nose outline, and again coming down into the mouth, and pop a little bit of a cupid bow at the top again, and give it a little soft rub with the finger. The next thing, of course, we need to do is put a little highlight on the nose. We only need very, very soft application of white. Don't make it too strong, otherwise it will look too shiny. So just either side of that little centre line, pop a little bit of very, very soft white highlight on there. And we can then just bring that black around to form the mouth, the shape of the mouth. And the key features, eyes, nose and the mouth, are now nicely well established.